To your plate personality development classes. Present scenario is very crucial for all the top management people as they have less technical skills, but they should have a big and very big soft skills because they have to manage a very big team where their communication, their smile, their style, their other personal skills are help to complete a project timely. This timely project completion is really very important for the reputation of organization as well as the reputation of that team for which they are working. So in this lecture, I am trying to explain you what is the value and worth of communication. Mainly, I am talking about the business communication and how this is really very helpful for the team leader, manager, and supervisor and product and project coordinator. This is also very helpful for the person who is directly involved in the client communication because client satisfied with the work and work done by a particular team. So the client advocate or client liaison person is actually the bridge between the client and the team that is actually working on their projects. So only the communication is the best way to summarize the issues of the client to explain their team and problem of the teams to the client. So this both way bi-directional communication is really very important. Sometimes you have to understand the problem of team and sometimes you have to understand the exact problem of your client. Because so many times both the people are right at their that scenarios. So you have to understand. Just saying that, oh, client want this, it is not always very good. Just saying that my team is not able to do this is not good because both are very important. One side, client is very important, as well as second side, your team is very important because highly motivated team can complete the project time and highly satisfied client can give you either more work and more client. So the satisfaction of both the people are very important. Suppose you have no client and you are the person in between the team and your top management. So you have to explain the team issues to your top management as well as your top management's expectations to your team. So you are again in a situation where you have to handle the both people. And so many times in the conversation, you find that both the people are right at their own places. And in this situation, you have to convey the message of each other to each other and trying to find out the solution. Because if team is not motivated for the work, your work will suffer. If your management is not satisfied, they will not give the proper increment and appraisal to your team. So in both the situation, the person who is the mediator or the manager or the team leader is not actually show their potential because as a manager, you are not doing any kind of the technical work. Your work is to motivate the team to do work. Your work to explain the achievements and roadmap to your top manager. And anyhow, if you fail to complete the project timely, it is a question mark on your efficiency. So here, my suggestion is very clear that you have to give a prime focus on the business communication. Formal talk is very good. You should do, but always formal talk is not really very good in the corporate culture. So you have to learn some business communication skills. In this lecture, I'm going to explain you this. Again, simple introduction that this is the personality and business skill development classes by the UPLETs. And here I have something very good and interesting for you. Business communication skill and teamwork. If you have good business communication, then you can handle your team and every kind of the work can be done by your team. So here my concern is very clear for you that you need to learn what is the business communication skill. If you already have, then you have to polish it. But you don't have, then you have to learn. But as a team member, as a team leader, or as a manager, you have a strong ability of the communication. Communication should not be single direction. You have to listen your team member also. You have to listen their problems and so many things. And definitely day to day problem, you really face that every team member having their own problem. Some of having the laptop problems, some have the internet problems, some technical, so many problems are there. And your work is this, and your skills is actually this to reduce the problem and try to overcome your team member from this kind of the problem exists and they always be there, but your work is this to complete the project timely, give the satisfaction to client and management, as well as your team so motivated, encouraged that they are doing something very important. So here let me explain what is actually the business communication is. First thing is that start from the confidence. Confidence is the key of success. If you have confidence, then you can succeed. Confidence is always a confidence. It should not be overconfidence. Overconfidence is always come when you are not evaluate the exact problem. You are not able to calculate the issues. You are not able to understand what is the exact problem, and just based on your previous experience that is really very different, you can expect that okay, I can do. Suppose in a company they have a e-commerce project and they ask you that how much time you need to complete this e-commerce port, and you have very good experience in website designing and development, and you completed so many websites within 10 to 15, but you never worked on the e-commerce. And with the work of your previous experience that you designed so many websites, you said, okay, I need only 10 to 15 days. So this is actually the overconfidence, because a simple website creation is different and e-commerce website creation is different. So overconfidence is come when your previous experience is block your mind. Your previous experience say, okay, we did that, and it is also very easy. So that time you are not connecting with your team that is working. You are not evaluating the right time skills and so many things to evaluate the exact time frame to complete the project. So I suggest you should avoid this kind of the overconfidence. You take the time to evaluate the time. If they says that it is the e-commerce, then you take the time of 1 hour, 2 hours that I will discuss with my team and then give you an exact figure or lump sum, whatever you think is better. Because without discussing the team, you cannot commit it. Reason is this: you are not working on a project. You are coordinating on the project. You are managing the project. You are leading the team, but you are not going to work. When you are not going to work, then how could you estimate exact time? So how many team members are already having the work? How many team members are having the same skill that is utilizing on that? So the confidence is really required, but overconfidence it needs to be avoided. So have confidence in yourself and inspire the trust of others. Know that leading and following are both integral aspect of effective teamwork. As in my one lecture, I explain you the difference between the leader and boss. Boss is only order, leader is lead that. So here you have to give a courage to your team member that you are with them. And if you are with them, then they can do this. Suppose there is a movie in which one very famous dialogue is, if you have millions of people, you can win any battle because you trust on millions of people. But if millions of people are trust that you are with them, then you can win the world. This is the different. Both are same because you are in the million of people, but the thoughts are different. So you have to encourage your team that you are with them, and if you are with them, then they can do anything. This is the prime. Always remember that you trust on your team. Simultaneously, your team should also trust on you because if they trust on you, they can accept any kind of the. So take the challenges. First, you have to build up a trust in your team member for you. If they trust on you, then you can take any challenges and your team will not let you down. So first, you should have the confidence that you can able to develop this confidence. Second, your team member should have trust on you and expect the challenge. Second is how to this possible? This is possible just because of the communication. You have to communicate your team. You have to evaluate their capacity. You encourage them to increase their capacity because capacity is unlimited. The person who you can collect the 10 to 15 persons data, those are having the same height, same color, same body structure, but their abilities are different. Why? Because someone is thinking, okay, when the work is going on, why I'm trying to do hard? But someone are working hard. They are polishing their skills. And ultimately, the person who is polishing their skills will be diamond. They are grooming their skills. So, how do it possible that you can motivate your team member for the enhancing their capacity with the communication? Your communication skill will be your foundation for success as a member and as a leader. If you are a team member, then you also need to communicate your problem. If you are not communicating your problem with your boss, with your senior, with your leader, how they will guide you? First, you explain that where you are lacking and take the benefit and advantage of their skills, their experience, and their knowledge. But if you are a team leader, you are a manager, then distribute your knowledge, your skills, your experience with your associates or subordinate, whatever you love to speak. So, as a leader, it is your duty to build up the confidence. How? Communication, okay, fine, but how? Listen and seek to understand. Your team member is speaking, you are listening, but you are not able to seeking what actually the person is want to speak. You are not understanding their feeling, you are not understanding their pain, you're not understanding their exact problem. Then the communication is not actually very good. So listen and seek to understand what actually the person wants to say. So your group member, as you become involved within new efforts. New efforts, why? Because you motivating, you are motivating them, encourage them, and a lot of people are getting the success. There are every year thousands of athletes come in the Olympics or other national and international games, but no one won the gold. A few won the bronze and silver, and a lot of get nothing. Even though they all are working hard, but what is the difference? The difference is of the friction of second. How much the person stayed, how much they encourage themselves to win, how much they seeking for the gold. So this is actually the capacity of a human that they can enhance. And definitely everyone has the capacity in their mind and their body. Before a few years, when I was taking a lecture in a college, then suddenly one thing came in my mind, and I really surprised that how this come to my mind. I told the students that you have to explain to your mind that you can do it, your body can do everything. And this is really, and this is reality. We have to persuade our mind that we can do this. And really, your body is so simple, it can do anything. But the thing is this, you have to persuade your mind with your willpower. So let me proceed with this to explain you what is actually business communication. Business communication skills is a word, but how do you implement in your organization or orientation and education? You are manager, you are a leader, you completed a lot of projects, you work in a lot of companies, you face a lot of clients, and you gain the knowledge, experience, and wisdom from the various source of knowledge. And you want your team members should also understand. Then how do this possible? You have to create a monthly orientation and educate your team, because every time there are very different projects come to market, come to your company. So the same strategy cannot apply on the all project, but a few things are work for all the projects. That how to create the plan, how to execute, how to motivate the team to think broadly, how to satisfy the client, and why client satisfied, and if client dissatisfied, then how to make them satisfied. So these are the core areas where you can focus, and even you learn from a lot of project by only these things. So concept is this: instead of developing the strategy for all the project, you need to educate your team that they develop the strategy according to the result. What actually outcome a client want, you are know, client also know. So fix the strategy according to the result and according to the present scenario where your project in the initial state, where is team, how much team having the skills, these are. So this orientation has to be prepared. Now, how do you prepare the orientation? First, you evaluate your team, that how much skilled your team is. If you find that this project need this five new skills and your team is not having the skills, then in the first week of the project, you have to be educate your team. If you are well known about the technology, then it's fine. Otherwise, you have to contact with the HR or any other to arrange the program, arrange the training so that your team gets the skill. So this orientation and education are very important for any group. Now, once you going to orientation and educating the team member, how do you understand that your team member is not able to complete this project or there is a lack of skill? You ask them that this project require this technology. How many of them know? This says yes, sir. We know. Okay. Then you understand that they really know it or just a theory knowledge. You can give them some assignment, small assignment, that on the basis of that you can identify that how in depth they are know. So this is the basic communication that you can stabilize between you and your team. Once you find out that they are full of skills or lack of skill, you can do now. Nurturing and encouragement. The things that I am explaining till the time is actually the nursery. You are nurturing when you know that how many team members are ready to groom themselves. If you think your team having the 11 people or 12 or 30 or 40, but only 5 to 10 people are interested to go up. They're interested to learn. They're interested to grow. They're interested to learn a new skills. Then you give your primary focus on that, particularly on that. And do not neglect the others. You call them that sit gradually when you are start nurturing the 10 people, the other 30 will be start encouraging that, oh, the person is doing that, why I can't? And even you can also put a single line in your every orientation or every seminar or any kind of program that you are going to take, that every human having the unlimited capacities, but depends that how much you can grow. So gradually the 30 members will be start encouraging that they also learn a new things. They also can get a good rewards. They also become successful. They can also become the blue eye. So once you nurturing the one person, the others get involved. Not in the first week, maybe in the some second week, some of the third week, but within a month or 2 months, you find that all the team members are full of zeal and joy to learn. Now, assessment and corrections. That is really very important. If your team is working on any technology, every technology have a lot of things to learn. Create assignment. You give them. This will give you a very good idea about their skill set, in-depth knowledge, their analytical brain, their technical skill, their soft skill. But to evaluate these all the skills, you should prepare the assignment that really have this all the things can be evaluated. Because just copy paste from the internet is not a good idea. I request, I suggest, and I recommend that you create itself so that you can also evaluate your skills, that how much skills you have. Because so many times when we are start judging the other people, we forget that there is some requirement to evaluate yourself and groom yourself. Because when we become the judge, we forget that there is a requirement of grooming is here also. So you create according to the requirement of organization, according to the technical skills, according to other things. If you are not doing this, then stop judging your team member. First, you nurturing yourself because you should be perfect in your position. Then you can encourage the people to be perfect on their position. If an imperfect team leader or imperfect manager is encouraging the people, then they will not really encourage it. They think that if perfectness having some benefits, then why not you? Why not you become the person? This means the theory and practical are not both same to same simultaneously. They will be distract from the they will distract from the path of success. So here my suggestion is only this. Second thing is this listening and counseling. If you are listening your team members, keep this practice that on every month we will get together for a small things and where you can explain your monthly problems, where what challenges you face, and then counsel that okay, someone is saying, sir, there is a very big problem in the internet. So there are 30 team member and only one is facing the problem, then you should understand that maybe or may not. If maybe, then you have to fix it. But if may not be, then you try to explain them that doing this is not good for their care. Because today the person is saying internet, tomorrow laptop, Friday, people are not supporting any other. So if they have this habit, then try to convince them to forget this kind of that. So the purpose of counseling is simple, that you make them motivated as well as educated, as well as give them a responsibility that they are too much important for this organization. So this kind of the communication, this is the two-way communication that you are doing with your team, is actually very important. And this is really helpful in the business development, just because we are saying this business communication. Business communication doesn't mean that you are writing a mail, you are calling on a no. Good business is only possible when your team members are highly motivated. Stabilizing group emphasize. There is a project, there is a client. So many times team members are thinking, oh, this is the company project. Why I am doing extra efforts? No, encourage them that this is the company project, but you are the owner of this project. Our team is the owner of this project. If we successfully completed this project, then not only company but also reputation of our team will be increased, and a highly motivated team member can do, because all are working for the money. You can explain them that if we complete this project, company got money, and I can recommend that my team work hard, so they deserve a good remuneration, increment, appraisal. But without that, how could it? This is also a tactful business communication where you increase your team member to say that this is also related with the money. So total concept is develop a communication with your team, because if your team loves company, then definitely your client will love company, because team deliver the best, client think the company is best. And always remember, if you are a good leader, then your team will stay in the company. In my previous lecture, I explained that a team member or a person never leave a company. They actually leave the boss. They actually leave the boss. So don't become the boss, become the leader. Because as per me, the boss is only order like this. Boss is instruct that this is the work and you have to do. He don't know or she don't know the how you will do. How, why, what is not the business of this boss. But if you are a leader, you are here and you know how this work can be done. So you encourage your team member to work like this. These team members should believe that you are with them. If they think that you are with them, then you can win the world. And this boss is think that these person are with him, so he can or she can only able to complete them. But this is very different from this. So always remember, become a leader instead of boss. I hope this business communication skills and teamwork is really helpful for you. So I recommend that try to communicate with your team and enhance the value of your organization. Have a great day. Thank you.